okay, with a student ID, with the home address, and with GPA. Okay? Then you have our cost. What kind of cost? Cost table. Then you have cost ID, cost name, and information. Okay, which term offered, right? And another one, which is your class. Yeah, that's what your registration about, right? So, what's student ID? What's course ID you register? And then assign your section number. What section today? 27? 27? Huh? 27? Yeah. 7, your name, this name, right? So basically, that breaks down into 3 small tables, right? And for example, this one is highly confidential, yeah? Your GPA information about your home address, all the information, right? Yeah. So there is a key concept called key. It's called primary key. So every table, make sure you have key. Because, there's a lot of names, same name, yeah? India name, a lot of code, it's the same, right? You have to put a unique number, student number for you, right? Everyone have a unique student number, right? Yeah? So you got a unique number there. There's going to be there's a 1, there's a 2, right? Okay. Similarly, for each table, you have a primary key, which is unique key. For example, for course also, right? We have a 650, you have 641, unique number, yeah? And 650 business analysis or description, yeah? Now you want to register, right? Everybody sign your attendance list? Attendance bill? No? I'm not passed to you? Yeah, somewhere, yeah? Yeah, attendance list. You have no sign? Which is right? So this is similar like attendance list about your class, right? So you are assigned on this section 7, 27. This must be unique, right? Yeah, 22. This must be unique. Also primary key. Then see, what's student ID? What's your course ID? Then you the classroom. The proof, right? The information there. Okay, so this is a small table. The reason for that, make the database less redundancy, more flexible, and easy to control. Yeah? This one you never see because your home ID, your GPA, right? Do you know which GPA? Confidential. Yeah? But you can see there, the list is there, where there, right? And what's kind of cost available, yeah? And so this table together actually replaces mass table. Yeah? So this kind of table we call relationship database. Because this table has relationship. Right? For example, the students, one student takes many courses. Yeah? How many courses you take this term? 4, 1 to 4, right? So 1 QM students to the course. Yeah? And now we have multiple students, yeah? Yeah? So the class is M to M. You know, you have every students take any courses. Some take, how many courses you take? 3. Yeah, they're different courses, can be different, but now you have one common, right? So MN, yeah, this relationship can be 1 to 1, yeah? If you get married, 1 to 1, right? The 2, you have trouble here. Illegal. Yeah? So this kind of relationship, right? It's a relationship. Same thing, for this table, the 1 to M to M relationship, right? And so this way increase a lot of benefit, but also cause a lot of problem. Yeah? Because you want to get a result, you have to deal with multiple tables, right? And so that's why we have SQL. This language. Basically, inquiry, the multiple table get result, right? So on the inquiry, who have registered, this course, this term, right? So you just search the database, the class, yeah, the list, and then who have selected course ID 650, then you get the list print out for you, right? So that purpose achieve your the result from multiple tables. Okay. So for the tables, you can you just simply right now. Before that, that's another form of the database. For you, just say the database consists of the different tables. Yeah, and every table they have a column. Column, that is a variable, also called field, right? Yeah. Thank you. The column student ID, student name, student home address. Yeah. Also credit card information. Then each of the instance, right? 650, 641, 644, right? That's a record. Yeah. Also called row. Which row? How many row, right? So you group assignment, and you need to tell me what's the table, that step. Yeah? How many column? How many row? So what's minimum row for your team assignment? Yeah? No? You're going to read it? 1,000. Make sure. Yeah? Okay? So you use this common language. Table, colon, row. Yeah? Okay? In computer science, say file, field, record. But commonly just table, colon, row. Okay, so we explain the key, unique. Otherwise, that's duplication. You put sign unique key. Relation to that database because the table have different relationship. 1 to M, 1 to 1, or 1 M to M relationship. Okay, so software, sometimes they use the program to access this database, doing query. ERP typically, your HR system, when you first day come to job, right, you have to fill up your account information and get payroll, right? Accounting system. Manufacturer, inventory, sales, we work on this decision support, yeah? Business intelligence. Okay, and that's a lot of, when you come to Walmart or Salesforce.com or Starbucks, they use different terms, like customer relationship management. Yeah? Salesforce.com. Anybody work on that? Salesforce.com. You do sales, right? You use that software. CIM. And if you work for UPS, right? Only moving A to the B. Yeah? Supply chain management. Yeah? You only care about what's my stuff right now. Yeah? We focus on the BI. If you look for job, right? BI analysis, that's you. Yeah? Business intelligence. So the DB, database management system, is kind of a software. Yeah? You can create, you can maintain, you can manipulate data Okay? So the DBS is about Oracle, Microsoft, SAP. Okay? So eventually, every system, right? Eventually you have to put it in database, use DBMS. Yeah? For you BI person, we are BI person, we just understand what's that SQL to access it. Makes things simple. Right? So this gives an idea of what we mean by relational database. Yeah? For your class list, right? You need student ID key for students, and you need course ID, yeah, the course key. Then you know what course you select. That's your attendance list, yeah. Inquiry. It's just software to manage all this function. Create that table, maintain table, query table, delete table. Okay. So now we focus the key points, SQL. For example, I want to inquiry who have enrolled BUSI650. So I just search for this database. Yeah. Select enrollment, which course ID equal BUSI650. I want to get a student's name, student ID, right? Yeah, that's the SQL. To enroll, who is enrolled this one, then you get output. That is your attendance list. Yeah, student ID. Yeah, then you have name there. You need to sign on that. So this is a main database, but this one is open source. Yeah, so you can download it, and before your quiz, download this one. You can practice by yourself. Create some table about students, your course, or about products, and your customers, and your order, right? Something. You can do that quickly. Particularly, right? Before you interview, you should practice for better, yeah? Then it's much easier. They give you some example you can write right away. Okay, MySQL. It's free for you. You can download it to your PC. Right? Make sure it's called Structured Query Language. Or DBMS, RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. This talk about a little history, right? Because before, right, the computer is kind of different person, different package, right? That's why you have different apps, right? Eventually standardized, yeah. And we used the 1986 version in SI standards. The standards, because everybody can comply, easy for you to use, to query. So in general, SQL covered three major functions. One is a data definition language called DDL. Yeah? For you want to do in restaurant business, right? You cannot hire DBA, very expensive, right? You do it by yourself. Use DDL to create database, yeah? Or drop database. And DML is data manipulation language, which is part of the SQL. Okay, we major focus. You have control language, right? Oh, she cannot access this one. He can access this one, right? Different right? Yeah. So different read write or somewhat of a written write. Yeah. So we may focus on DML. Okay, manipulation language. So we use the 2008 standard SQL. Right. So this is data. This is software. Whatever you have, can be Oracle, can be Microsoft, can be SQL Plus. Then you can do inquiry. You can write a program for that, or just simply use the query language. So what's the table? We deal with four kind of data. Okay, one is string. It's kind of character. What's your name? Home address, right? What is character? String. Yeah. Then about your GPA, your grade, your age. That's numerical. Yeah. It's numerical data. we also deal with temporal data about time. When did you register this UCW, right? That's the limitation, how long you study. You cannot continue to stay here for 20 years. They can check your registration time. And date, time, then about boarding variable, colon, male, female, yes or no, yeah, this kind of thing, this kind of variable. In general, most of them belong to string or numerical, yeah. So that's an example for DDL, like create a scan, create a table, create a view. Yeah, you have to specify, when you create a table, right, you need to specify what's that type. Yeah, what's a column, right? What's that type? You have to specify. For example, student database, yeah, student ID, well, you could put the numerical, right? Then while the two just continue, will automatically add up, yeah? And the name is string, right? In GPA, that is numerical, right? So you need to define each of these columns, yeah? And you need to create such table, use that comment, yeah? And you need who is the primary key. Once you create something, you need to find it, right? So for students assigning your ID, you need no other people use same ID, yeah? And you know, for convenience, right? They put some default value. Yeah? What's your gender? Male, female. Until you are male, you just change it. Yeah? Save some time, right? And so give you default value. And give you constraint, right? Yeah? What's your grade? Oh, I want to change my grade. 120. Impossible. The grade from 0 to 100 is wrong, right? They give you constraint. So this GPA, you know, this grade must be between 0 to 100. Yeah? Give you constraint. You could create the index for later on to search, for very quick search, right? So for table creation, you need to do all this. Use the SQL, right? Define what's the type, what's column, what's the key, what's default value, what's the constraint for this field entry, right? You avoid the error. So this is the SQL statement for create table, right? Yeah, remember, yeah? You have to remember basic things, right? This is called create table, students, yeah? And you need all the information, the column name, you specify everything. What's, you know, column name, student ID, what's that data type, numerical, yeah? How many characters, yeah? What's the value, right? And put some constraint, yeah? Okay? And so that is the syntax for create table. Okay, I think that's quiz called. Give the option. Create table, yeah. Create table. This one. Create DB table. Create student table, right? So only one is right. Okay. So for most enterprise. For all the company, right? We talk about business to make money, right? For example, you want to open a restaurant business in Vancouver Airport. Curry chicken. Curry, Indian restaurant, Indian cruise. I love the Indian cruise in North Vancouver. So you are a small owner, right? You need to create a table, yeah, on SQL, Plus or Oracle. Yeah? So you need, all this company must have a. So what's product you say? Product table. Right? Otherwise, you cannot do business. And the second one, what's your customer? Then you must, without a customer, you cannot pay, no money. Right? Then, what's that table? Another third table. Order. Right? The minimum for every business, you need 3 tables. Right? What product you sell or service you sell? What customer do you have? Yeah, every time. You have to ask me again, right? Forget it. I will not go through it also. Right? You record my, customer information there. Next time, just ask me my phone number, every information there, right? Then you order, right? Oh, you restaurant open at 9 o'clock. You can order right away. So each of this one, you need a create a column, right? And you need a key. Okay, so product ID, you can use A, B, C, D. Yeah, what's the name of your product? What's price? Right? Okay, this is the curry chicken, this is curry lamb, $9.99 and $10.99, right? So this is your product, right? You need to define each of these tables. Yeah? Right? So that one, now you have a customer. You may have brother, sister, put customer first. Yeah? So you put the customer ID, customer name. If you do online order, you need customer address, credit card, right? Contact information, right? You need a customer. Yeah? For example, I use a mobile phone, 778, Samuel, my address there, you can deliver it to me, yeah? Right? So my mobile phone is my unique number to identify me. So next time I'm order, just call. They deliver it to my home. Right? So after that, you are in business, right? You open them up, okay? You have order ID. Then you what you order, product ID, and your customer who ordered, and what's price, and what's total. That's the order, right? You could put a numerical one, there are 1, there are 2, continue until you include your last customer. Yeah? The product ID. You order the curry chicken, A, customer, this is 778. Then our good customers, my professor, give me good price, $8.88, probably the total, right? Yeah. So that's your business, yeah? So you need to make sure you have a key, primary key, this primary key. This one primary key is your order ID. Yeah? Unique, right? For example, in McDonald's, right? What's order? Oh, must be unique. Otherwise, you find each other. It's my order, it's your order, right? Then you see this product ID come from there. Customer ID from there. This called foreign key. Right? So this one you can query that database, save you a lot of time. Yeah? Then you decide what price you offer for such customer. Then you see what's your total. Yeah? So for every enterprise, you have 3 major tables you must create. Right? Yeah? Do you agree? Yeah? That's now you want to make money, right? What's product you sell? What's customer you have? Right? What's order right now? Right? So this is called enterprise data model. Yeah. So this is exactly SQL command, create table. You can try by yourself, right? Create table, customers, yeah, customer key, customer ID, customer name, customer state, city, yeah. Okay. Make sure customer the primary key is custom ID, the primary key, right? Can be your telephone number. Most of them we use it. Then you have order table, you have a product table, yeah? We just forget a product line, just simplify. 3 major tables, right? You can practice try. Now after that, you should have your BUSI650. You have a product table, you have a custom table, and you have an order. Okay, so this is a detail about this table. Define you need to define what's type, right? For example, product price is decimal, 6 maximum, yeah, because depend your price. Product like product ID can be integer, yeah, and you can define some of the product name. Check you can to concentrate, make sure you didn't allow to enter wrong, information. Okay, so exactly this command. You control value, make sure, right? So you didn't enter something crazy, you grade over 100, yeah? And, okay, so this gives there's a concept of the primary key. So each table you have a primary key. Unique identifier such record, such role, right? And they also have other table key, like order. You have a product ID, custom ID, we call foreign key, yeah, which can put them together, pair together. You need to define what how many length, how big this character string, this can be numerical, right? Yeah, this is December, this date, right? When did you register, right? The date, yeah, you need to define that. Use this command, create table. I would recommend when you do interview, right? Yeah, just copy this one, create table. Yeah, type some command. Yeah, you get your familiar with. Most of the time you are not doing it. You're doing query. Okay, but this gives you an idea. You create table, add some record, row, then doing query. And that integrity, right? You need as a DBA, then make sure the database is clean, not the duplication, right? For example, she suddenly win lottery, she decided to quit UCW, right? We will remove her from the main student database, and we also remove her from all the courses she's taking. You really take 10 courses already, but you are too rich, right? So basically, remove the main database, also remove to other data related to her, right? If you just remove to main registration database, but her ID, everything there, it takes so many records on the course, right? On your class, right? It's without the tag, it's called orphan record, right? So the database is not clean. So DBA make sure it's make sure you clean, synchronize, remove all this. So you use delete, you need to update, you need to insert, yeah? All these commands make your database more clean, right? Yeah? For example, she got married, her name changed, right? Yeah? You need to change her name, update, yeah? Because new students, even today, right?